So this few days, I have shared many videos on the basic Wing Chun and then the internal art of Wing Chun, and point out how DKU is not doing Wing Chun. So what do you guys think? What do you guys learn from this few days video?
Yeah, the first thing is that if you have been training for demonstration, you can't go up and in the ring because you're not trained for that. His opponent was only nice to him. He could have knocked him out multiple times in the first round, in the second round, but he held it back because he didn't want to hurt him too much. So, and you have shown the training methods. If you want to train for the ring, that you need to practice the way it's gonna happening in the ring. It's gonna be dynamic. It's gonna be movement, and you need to put your body behind your entries and your attacks. You can't do one attack. You need to recycling the momentum. You need to do multiple attacks. You need to have the body behind it to support your attacks. And you need to be able to move around him close in. And you share that clearly on your videos, that you need to practice the way how to get in, how you have your whole body when you're entering, and how you move around when the situation is changing, instead of standing there statically, because it will never work in the ring. You need to be able to adjust to the situation you're in. And you show that with your videos, and you clearly point out that this definitely doesn't doing any Wing Chun, not the 1850 Wing Chun. What he's doing, I don't think he's even doing 1960 version of it. I think his chop soy, he has put things together from different things he has been training, and making up his own mind with his demonstration, with the opponent standing still and do a single attack, and he enter in, and the guy don't try to adjust or fight back or anything, but he learned the hard way during that fight in the ring, I think.
Yes, I agree with Dick. And, you know, hopefully people can see that being a YouTube star and being a guy who's doing only demonstrations is not, most of them, they are not able to fight. So like Dick said, they don't have the body, don't have the body mechanics, they don't have the right training for that. So for fighting, you need more than that. You have to train your body. You have to have the physical for that. You have to have a good guard, which DKU didn't have at all. It was just, you know, you could see that his body was breaking apart already in the first round. And like Dick already mentioned, and also you, Henrik, in your videos, that he, the Bradley, he was being nice to him all the time. So, you know, imagine if he would have fought with Shi Xiaodong, I don't think he would be that nice, or would have been that nice. So, yeah, it's really important that 1-inch punch, all those demonstrations, it's only magic, and it's not the reality. In reality, we could see it in the ring is completely different. So hopefully many Wing Chuners and also other Chinese Kung Fu styles, they adjust the way it should be, and not only those fancy moves which don't work at all.
Yeah, I think it's like we talked about it a couple of days ago, and that the real fight is much different than a little show you give. on YouTube, and 1-inch punch and everything, and it shows that you have to train a lot more to gain that fight ability to maintain in a contest, and if you go to fight real, then you have to train for it, and you show he showed that he doesn't train to maintain in the contest like they showed, and he missed the tools. So it was he was lucky that he was nice, but if he wanted, then he could finish the game very quickly, and you can show his mechanic was much better, and you play with him.
So since I share that 2 basic YouTube on Wing Chun and what is internal is about, what do you guys think? Do today's people train that way, or is completely different?
So concerning to your YouTube videos, the last 2, the one before, you were explaining how to use the body, and when you want to fight, and not those sloppy movements like 1-inch punch, and only chain punches, and this linear way of fighting, which doesn't work, and you mainly show how to do that, and you have been showing it for the last couple of months so many times, and people still don't get it. On the last video, the internal means development of your own body. So develop your kung fu, you develop your body. This is about how to breathe, and how to sense your body, how to be aware of your body. This is internal. It's not about doing those fancy moves, song and this, and being soft, and when I'm soft I can push you away lightly on all that stuff. That's not about it. And the fudging stuff that you mentioned in the video, for example, one needs to nurture chi, so you have to be aware of your body, nurture chi, and how to breathe and all that stuff. Then how do you transport it, and then the application of it. And people don't get it. They think fudging means I do one shot and you fly and I kill you with that and all that stuff, which that's not the truth. And you have to turn on your microphone, Henrik. Turn on.
So
okay,
Daniel, you go through all those 3, right? I mean, you go through the N1. It just
right.
Just so the what do you call it, the nurture chi.
Right.
You go through the 6 healing sound, which is for the transportations, and the Xiulin
Right.
1850. You go through the force flow and then the momentum, right?
Right.
So you in a recent time you are sick, and you even use the N1 and the 6 healing sound to transport, to help the body heal, even though you need Western medicine. Okay?
Yes, I did. Definitely.
Now, it just take about 2-3 years if you put full time, 2 years, almost 3 the most, to learn all this. Now, compare this with what you see today. You can see that things doesn't match up.
Right. I see things differently. I see. I can scan somebody right away. I can tell you if he has he's made it. If somebody's got the body for fighting, all that stuff, I can scan right away when he moves, when he breathes, the way he moves. I can tell you right away.
No, the issue is
doesn't work.
The issue is here. All those 2.5 years you go through with me, which is hardworking.
Yes.
You see, everything is one piece.
Right.
Your N1 nurture chi and your transportation, like in the Xiulin Tao. Okay. Now, when you're sick, you'll be able to use it. Okay, you have to
Right,
be able to use
right.
it.
Right.
For the force flow, handling of force
Yes.
flow and momentum.
Yes.
In a real sparring, they are one together. Right?
Yes. Right.
Now, if you look at the first video I shared, people today don't even know what is the fist issue from heart, because they keep
Right.
thinking that, you know, whatever they thinking, just a line from his center line. He doesn't know that for Wing Chun, fist issue from heart, meaning that you don't want to give your opponent your side and your back.
Right.
That's why when you fight like the grappler, you don't give them your back. You just go front. And another thing is what? Fist issue from heart, meaning you have to have your hand guard together, not putting out here. You know why it's bad to put out here? The first thing is they're going to grab you if it's too far away. The second thing, okay, is they're going to destroy your arm. So it's it's like this, okay? Fist issue from heart, as what I showed the other day in the video and so forth. You have to guard yourself. You have to make sure that you don't give your side and your back to the opponent at all costs, at all place. You're always facing his center axis. You're always ready to get in, penetrate him, like in the video. Even that, today, how many people is, I guess, fist issue from heart, center line, white crane, and all this thing. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, the very basic on the other video, how are you going to have fight or spar? You can, because you don't even know what is people define in the ancient time, right? Now, that's the really basic. Now, if you talk about, remember I talked about the body strength. You like it or not, since Qi Ji Guang time, the first thing in Chinese martial art is body strength. Okay, meaning
Of
that
course.
your core and your leg. Okay, now let me share with you. Kung Fu 1560. This lists all the body strength training, including how they train their body, okay, and for the daily training, daily combat training, and their physical training, their breathing, and then how hard they have to, the intensity of their training. It's all body strength. And in Qi Ji Guang, it is not, it says that do not block, do not parry. Okay? It says here. I purposely show it here, the first page on the short strike in the Wing Chun restriction on the Shaolin short strike. Here it says that entire body must fill with strength. For the sticking to the opponent body when confronting the opponent, okay? When the enemy make a move, you move in, opponents fight openings, stick to the side of the enemy, and all those stuff. How many really read it? But then it is not the issue of people read it and don't know what is the goal, the secret, the top secret there. Because the mindset is full of all this movie Wing Chun stuff. Like DKU Wing Chun style. You look at DKU, he's showing his Wing Chun, Bruce Lee, like, it's like, I'm talking, what is the iPhone? Everything. But because you are using a Google phone all day long, you say, well, I know, you look at the Google phone thing. You expect the Google phone thing. So you completely lose it. Now face it. Let's get it straight. Yesterday, because last night somebody called me a Darth Vader because I changed from the Jedi side to the dark side. I am a half man, half machine. Okay. So let me be half man, half machine with you. 2 videos I show past today after this DKU. Let me tell you why. It is now or never for Wing Chun. Now or never. Okay. Let me tell you why. Based on his story. From Chi Chi Guang to Shaolin Short Strike to 1850. The first line of the first 1850s Xiu Lim Tao Kit is talking about fixed issue from heart and body strength, Sen Li, which is today I translate it to random, imbalance, recycling momentum. For this past 120 years, what the heck are you guys doing? You don't, there's 3 things there, your body, your leg, your arm. The priority is your body and your leg handling. That is the body strength handling. And then the third priority is your arm. For past 120 years, somehow it gets switched to only the hand techniques. It missed completely on the leg and the body. It missed completely this thing. So how is that thing going to function? Like yesterday when I talked about this DKU stuff and then people threw out Bruce Lee. I said, Bruce Lee is a good, talented guy, but Bruce Lee do not know what is a short strike. Bruce Lee do not know about the body strength of Wing Chun, Shaolin Short Strike, and Chi Chi Guang. Sorry. So don't pull Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee already make his own Jeet Kune Do. Okay, Bruce Lee do not represent Wing Chun. Okay, for past 120 years, people shift from the body strength where over here it clearly tell you to whatever you see in a movie today. Wing Chun. Are you serious? Okay, where you cannot move. You don't know how to stick. You don't know how to, you don't have body strength, period. Now, let's get into the internal. Why is the internal important? From nurture the chi, transport the chi, get into the application, which is meaning that when you strike, you need to have handle your breathing. When you have to have the core stability, you have to handle your intra-abdominal pressure, which is your using your breathing. So that's the third one. So you have nurture chi, transportation chi, and the application. 3 things. From bottom up, nurture chi, transportation chi, and the application of chi or breathing, which is handling your strike. Okay, like you see in the Western boxing, when they exhale, they strike out, they exhale how many times, handling those kind of stuff. And the intra-abdominal pressure, that's the third. From bottom, nurture chi, transportations, and up to the application, it is go up development. From up to down, that's what? There is recovery. So from bottom to up, from nurture chi, transportation to application, that's you develop it, you train it. From up to down, that is when you're injured, when you're sick, you need go from the applications to the transportations and to the nurture chi. So Daniel, in the past few days, past 2 weeks, is sick for certain sickness. Okay, so I was talking with him. I asked him to do the transportation and the nurture chi.
Right.
Can you do sparring when you couldn't even breathe?
No, I was not able to.
Can you even stand?
No.
Okay, so that is what it is. Now,
Right.
you want to go fight using your body energy, body strength, recycling momentum, imbalance, and random recycling momentum. If you don't have the application type of breathing, you cannot do it. Okay, so internal fit into the fighting part. Raymond, do you see what I'm talking about? How all these things fit together? Now, Bruce Lee was critiqued by people like Nan Huaijing, even in the book, that he doesn't know about the transportations and the nurture chi. That's why Nan Huaijing said that whatever Bruce Lee say perform there, we must not show it to the young people, because the young people learn that they will damage their health. Okay, because if you do not have the body to do the job, you force it. Like Daniel in the past 2 weeks, when he get into those problem, you know, those problem. If he go train hard, he's gone. That's why I tell him, can you do N1? No, I cannot do N1. I cannot breathe, Hendrik. Right? Can you do 2C? No, I feel dizzy. I said, okay, now go do 6 ceiling sound, transport this thing, get it out. And then later, 2 days later, can you do that? Oh, Hendrik, I'm coughing, but now I can do better. I can sleep better. And then you transport it and say, okay, now you need that. So I'm not here. I am not here to, okay, so put it this way, agenda. There's agenda for selling product. There's agenda to make famous. My agenda here is educations, because I don't care for selling product which I don't have one to sell. I don't care for my lineage, my school, whatever, because I don't have one. But people who study Wing Chun, you need to know this. This is a map. I give you a map now. You want to go fight, you have to do this basic. You want to have a good body, support your health and so forth, you have this so-called internal stuff. Get this thing straight before you get into qi, tai chi, whatever warm in your body. Now you look at this. Have you seen any one of this in the movie or in the past 120 years when people do Xiu Lim Tao, all that other thing? They don't have a system. No, it doesn't mean that I'm the grandmaster, I know it all. It's not. It's in the ancient book. The problem is, if in 120 years you don't read the ancient book, like the other day I share in the other video, okay, which is time to clean up Wing Chun. If in 120 years you're always screwing around with this, he says, and all this kind of crazy stuff, who knows what are we doing? And then you use movie to propaganda to brainwash everybody. Now the problem is this: you end up screw our own young generations. You face it today, like the other day, I just watched another friend send me a video. This is from a video made by a person in Indiana, so forth. He said that Wing Chun is one of the worst self-defense martial art. It doesn't work, because if you go Google in YouTube, you can see Wing Chun get beat by this guy, Wing Chun get beat by this guy, all this thing you can list down. So it's the worst. Now, this is the situations. And you guys see the Xi Xiaodong video, right? This Xi Xiaodong video, right? When he make fun of Wing Chun, you watch it clearly. You watch it clearly. Do you know what's the problem of Wing Chun? Because the entire thing Xi Xiaodong described is true. It is missing body strength. Watch that video from Xi Xiaodong. He is telling you, now in Sun Tzu, everybody talk about Sun Tzu, the art of war, Tai Chi and everything. You read the Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu said one thing. When you want to know the situations, ask your enemy. Don't go guessing. Don't praying for the fortune teller. Don't speculate. Go ask your enemy. So, Xi Xiaodong tell you he's your enemy. He fought you twice. And he defeat the Wing Chuners. And all those Wing Chuners who he defeat have went to his TV show, his video show, showing them what a long bridge power, all those kind of stuff. He defeat all of them. And if you analyze what Xi Xiaodong said, it's because you don't have body strength, as I show in this video. If you don't install your body strength today, disregard what you think, what you speculate, how good you want to say train, you will never fight Xi Xiaodong because you don't have it. Of course, you can do like usually people do. Go study boxing, MMA, BJJ, and then you go fight Xi Xiaodong. Sorry, that's not Wing Chun. And Xi Xiaodong can tell you, hey man, you don't study Wing Chun. This is not Wing Chun. Okay? If you don't have that breathing, that internal, what is going to power your body strength anyway? We can sitting down here, keeping selling all this magic of internal Wing Chun, this grandmaster, that grandmaster. Let me tell you, let me share you another thing, which is Daniel sent this to me 2 days ago, asking me the Chinese history on Wing Chun, Eternal Spring, and Wing Chun, and asked me about it. Well, I asked him to watch this video. Time to clean up Wing Chun history. We are on our own, this video. But I want to point out to you, you know all this about, this article is talking about somebody's grandson say that his grandfather tell his father that the name is Eternal Spring. It is from the Shaolin Eternal Spring Hall. And then later the Qing come destroy the Shaolin. Okay, and Eternal Spring turned into Praise Spring just to cover up. And then over here he said that, oh, so 黃華寶梁真梁二太大花面感 is call it the Eternal Spring. And then there's another person, Feng Xiucheng, is Eternal Spring. Are you out of your mind? Feng Xiucheng is working exactly on the opposite party of the Fine Jade anti-Qing Wing Chun ancestor. So these people couldn't even get their history, the Chinese history, correct. Who is in whose side? In one side, it say, oh, Wing Chun is from here, where the Qing come and burn the Shaolin Temple. On the other hand, you have one guy who is the Qing official, which is also a Wing Chun ancestor. What are you talking about? Okay, so there's one of that is like that. The second thing is here saying that, oh, this Wing Chun eternal spring people. He was teaching in the Qing dynasty's army. And then at that time, Liang Zhan already teach 3 sets. And he pointed out Liang Zhan's eternal spring is not the real eternal spring. And then he said Liang Zhan and Zhao Qinhua don't like about it. And then because the other party is the Wing Chun guy is a Qing official, so they get their name into get into the praying spring. You know what is this? Let me tell you this. Let's straighten this nonsense out from the Chinese. The Chinese don't go read this book and found out what is the truth of the Wing Chun martial arts. And people keeping making their story left and right like these 2 articles. For what is the purpose? The purpose is to step on other people. Okay? Or this guy telling that what Liang Zhan teach is not proper Wing Chun, the Wang Chun. Nonsense. So the Chinese is doing that for past 120 years. If I don't like you, Daniel, tomorrow I'm going to create a story. My grand teacher have said that your Wing Chun is not the proper Wing Chun. All those nonsense for 120 years, and goddamn, you know what happened? Everybody missed the body strength, even the basic. And everybody missed the breathing. Nobody know how to do transportation anymore on the breathing. Now, you want to continue on that? That's why I tell Daniel, I say, Daniel, all this thing, tell your friend in Europe, stop it. It is only contribute to screwing up Wing Chun. That's what I said. Wing Chun is very simple. Number 1, we have our salutation. If any Wing Chun, Wang Chun, or whatever say they know it more, you say, well, show me your salutation because I want to know your identity. The second, show me your uniqueness. All these people who wrote all this thing is maybe I heard from this guy, like this guy say, when Liang Zhan and Zhan Hua heard that they don't feel good. Are you putting a spy microphone in that Liang Zhan and Zhan Hua Sun's dining hall to hear what they say? You understand what I'm talking about? So it is all ridiculous. And so for me, I show that in this channel already, and in all this book by evidence. Change it right now, or you don't have time, because you're going to face Xi Xiaodong, like the other day I said, and the documentary. So this is how serious it is. You have 120 years, you miss completely your body strength. So how is this going to continue on? And you get people like DKU go starting teaching Wing Chuners about footwork. What footwork? He couldn't even handle his body when it close body. It's like scraddling around like a rag doll. That's DKU, okay? And you look at many Wing Chuners, his body is like that too. So many told me, well, Hendrik, it seems that all this so-called Wing Chun master, when they get to fight, their body just tear apart like a rag doll, like DKU. I said, well, sure. When everybody doing exactly the same thing, you don't have the body strength, only your hand, and then move around, demo, what are you expect? You want to meet an MMA player? You cannot play MMA. That's why I said, you want to know about Wing Chun? Ask Xi Xiaodong. He know Wing Chun. Because the best thing in Sun Tzu is saying that you ask your enemy who you are, what happened. Instead of sitting down like this 120 years of this thing what Daniel sent me. What is the point? So Now you guys see it, and today I turn Darth Vader. Yes, I am a Darth Vader. I'm happy to be the American Darth Vader. But hey, straighten out your act. You don't have Wing Chun today, per the ancient, because we know today we can prove it with this. So that's how serious it is. So I say it, or should I keep everybody?
No,
Why?
no. Of course, you need to say it. You need to point it out because you see it every time. These U2 demo guys get up in the ring. They don't even fight the Wing Chun way. You see directly they don't have the body training to support their body. Even if they could breathe, they just using their hands because they have been training in technique. They haven't been trained their body to support what you're doing. That is the rule number one. Your breathing combined with your training to support your body. So your whole body is entering in your attacks and you're using your whole body in your defense. And you need to tell it. Otherwise, people gonna continue looking on the movies and think this is Wing Chun. And rule number one, it doesn't matter what kind of martial art you do. Don't put out your hand. Make your body smaller. Small. Keep your hands tight to your body because then it's less area to hit on.
Sorry, I have to stop you. My
Yeah,
my
sorry.
the tie up. No worry. Sorry. My sorry.